Hello, this is Donald Trump. Press the free like button if you believe that the WWE will be back to square one if they ever turned Cody Rhodes heel. You spent 4 years trying to find the next face of the company so Roman won't carry the company anymore. And you, Roman, BBC nut huggers, already want to flip Cody heel. This company will be dead if that happens.
On Twitter, some idiot is trying to fantasy book a heel Cody Rhodes faction. Why are people so obsessed with Cody Rhodes being a fucking heel? We had a heel world champion these past fucking 4 years. So you want to go back to that? Another heel for the next couple of years again? Why are people so obsessed with heels and bad guys, man? We just came off of a 4-year heel run from Roman Reigns. You want to turn Cody Rhodes heel soon, right after? Who's going to be his... my God, man. Who's going to be his antagonist now? Who's more over than Cody Rhodes as a good guy on this roster? Nobody else. Like, it goes to the famous line from Joker, right? He's not Joker if there's no Batman. Batman, he's not Batman if there's no Joker. You can't have two Jokers, right? That's not how that works. You need good guys like Cody Rhodes. You need... Listen, I'll never forget what Al Snow said. The job of the heel is to put over the babyface. That's your job. If you are booking heel and heel and heel, who gets over? Like, I don't get this shit. Why are people so obsessed? Oh, Cody Rhodes, he will make a great heel. Okay, why? We just had a heel world champion. We need more? Bro, we need baby faces. We need Batmans. We need Supermans. We need Spider-Mans. Right? Like, there is no Spider-Man if he has no villains. There is no Stone Cold Steve Austin if there's no Vince McMahon as his heel. Right? There is no Rocky Maivia without Triple H, and vice versa. So, I don't get this shit. It's like, I hate when people say, oh, I will support Cody Rhodes if he was a heel. Okay, bitch, by that same logic, let's turn the whole roster heel. Let's see how that works. Right? I think common sense. Common sense is, I wanted Ricochet to be a fucking heel because he's boring as a good guy. It's going on 7 years since he's been on the main roster. So he needs a fresh coat of paint. He needs to be a heel now. Okay? I feel like his well has gone dry. It's been 7 years, man. You have not evolved. Evolve. Right? When it comes to Cody Rhodes, why would you book a heel faction? Who's going to be good guys that are going to go after Cody Rhodes? You need to build up somebody else too. You can't have the whole roster as bad guys. Like, just because you anti-smarts don't like this guy, which, by the way, you are nothing more than at least maybe 10% of the general audience. They will never take you seriously as a vocal minority, ever. Cody Rhodes is the highest selling merch seller on the roster. He sold over 1 million in merch sales during WrestleMania weekend. That's facts, look it up. So, it goes to the John Cena case. Why would you turn John heel when he was selling the most merch? Kids love him. John Cena holds the record for the most make-a-wishes, so why would you turn him heel? Just because you grown-ass men from the Attitude Era don't like him, that don't mean he needs to be a heel when the majority of the audience loved John Cena. Same goes to Cody Rhodes. For the past 10 years, they have been trying to find the next John Cena. Roman Reigns, he failed. He failed to be the next John Cena. Hell, John told him to his face, right? A couple years ago. He said to Roman's face, I keep on coming back because you can't do your job well. That's facts. Roman Reigns is the most overrated wrestler in the whole entire business because they had to turn him heel in order for all of you Roman Reigns BBC nut huggers to cheer him. You got worked, right? All you marks got fucking worked by the World Wrestling Federation. This was always the plan. This was always the goal. 3 years ago, the plan was turn Roman heel And then after a couple of years later, you turn him back into a face. This was always their goal. Their goal was to always flip him back into a good guy. And you got worked hook, line, and sinker. This was always their goal. This was Vince McMahon's plan all along. He never wanted to turn Roman heel. He was trying to just find tons of ways for the audience to cheer him, but he couldn't find it. So he said, fuck it. Let's turn this guy heel. Maybe people will like him as a good guy when we flip him once again. And that's what's going on right now as we speak. People, Roman Reigns was the most hated guy on the roster. Now, I can see the fans wanting Roman to be a heel because Roman was a failure as a good guy. Okay, last time I checked, Cody Rhodes is not a failure as a good guy. Hence why he was chosen to dethrone Roman fucking Reigns. Now, let's go back to Cody Rhodes dethroning Roman Reigns. I would say the first 2 years of Roman Reigns' title reign, people were saying, who is next up in line? How come they are not trying to develop the next guy to take down Roman Reigns? Well, they found him, and you still are trying to reject him. So it's damn if you do, damn if you don't. With you fucking marks who just fucking over-obsess over hating Cody Rhodes. Bruh, there was nobody else on the roster that was a good candidate to dethrone Roman Reigns. I will never forget the first 2 years, people were complaining how there was nobody up next to take out Roman Reigns. It was not KO. It was not Drew Mac. It was not Finn Balor. It was nobody else. People were complaining about that, right? People were saying, okay, if Roman is trying to go Hollywood, okay, who is going to replace him? There was nobody else at that time because Cody Rhodes was in All Elite Fake Pro Wrestling. But now they finally have found the face of the company post Roman Reigns. Listen, these shows have been sold out since WrestleMania, which means we are in the Cody Rhodes era. During the Cody Rhodes era, all I'm seeing are sellouts on Raw and SmackDown. Every show has been sold out. It's only maybe 5% of a small minority of the audience that don't like Cody Rhodes. Every time his song hits, he gets huge pops and the crowd sings his theme song. So why the fuck would you go away from that, right? Listen, the crowd would never boo Cody Rhodes. It's not gonna happen. So why turn him heel? We just had a heel. Listen, anybody can be a heel. It's not hard. Anybody can. It's fucking easy. All you have to do is shit on the audience and do heel like shit. It's quite simple. It's quite easy. But it's hard to be the next John Cena. That's why Roman Reigns failed. He has no talent to be a good guy. But when you find the next John Cena, you keep him. You keep him as a good guy. Guys like John Cena, Stone Cold Hogan, they don't grow on trees. Heels, they grow on trees. Anybody can be a fucking heel. It's simple. But it's hard as fuck to get over as a good guy. That's hard. And they found him, Cody Rhodes. So why would you try to book a fantasy heel faction? Like, why? He's the most over guy in the company. He sells the most merchandise. It's all about merch sales. Why didn't John want to turn heel? He would tell you. He was selling too much merchandise. That's why. He was selling too many fucking shirts. All the kids loved him. He was the cash cow. Here's why CM Junk don't want to be a heel. Because CM Junk has made the most money as a good guy. Look it up. Every time CM Junk is a good guy, he sells tons of merch. The merch sales always goes to the good guys. That has always happened for the past 50 fucking years. Where once you turn heel, you gotta get ready for your merch sales to go down. So why would you flip Cody Rhodes into a heel? That makes no fucking sense. Listen, there's nobody on SmackDown currently that is just as over as Cody Rhodes as a good guy. There's nobody else that can take his spot if you were to flip him heel. That's why Roman Reigns had no problems with moving on to Hollywood, because there's Cody Rhodes. We got Cody Rhodes now. So there was no need for Roman to retain. Now, let's say there was no Cody Rhodes, there was no Braun Breaker. Then hell, I would say maybe Roman Reigns should retain that title, because I always said whoever beats Roman, it should be the guy who will be the face of the brand. It can't be just anybody. Don't go down the Sami Zayn route with Gunther, because that was bad booking. If you were going to have Gunther lose, it has to be against Braun Breaker or fucking Jey Uso or Chad Gable. It has to be a guy that has never held singles gold on the main roster. It needs to be a guy that needs the rub. When it came to Cody Rhodes, he was the perfect guy to get the Roman Reigns rub. He's the new face of the brand. It needs to be that kind of guy. A guy that is very, very marketable, like a Cody Rhodes. So why would you flush that down the drain? It's like, what's the point? It's like, actually, at the same time, you are trying to spit in the face of Roman Reigns. Because Roman, he put over Cody Rhodes as the next guy of the company, as a good guy. So fucking months later, why would you turn him to a fucking heel? Okay, what was the point of having Cody Rhodes beat him? Having Cody Rhodes beat him, that was the end of an era and the start of a new era. Okay, we have 4 years of a monster heel. Okay, let's take a fucking break. Right? Now, when I want somebody to be a heel, it's only when I feel like their run has gone stale and they have become boring. They need a flip, they need a change. That's the only time I want somebody to turn heel. Like a Ricochet. That is a prime example. Guys like that, guys who can use that kind of change. That's my point. Or a fucking Adam Page. Guys like that, guys that can use a change of scenery, because the crowd don't give 2 shits about those guys. Right? But if the audience is singing your theme song and all I'm seeing are shirts, fucking toys, I'm seeing all this merch in the goddamn audience, why would you flip heel? The only reason Hulk Hogan turned heel was because Hulkamania was fucking dead at that point. So that makes sense to finally flip. It makes sense for Hulk Hogan to turn heel and to be in the NWO. Because at that time, nobody gave a fuck about Hulkamania, right? That's the only time you turn somebody like that heel. Or like a Bret Hart, right? When it came to Bret Hart had no choice but to be a heel. Because the audience chose Stone Cold Steve Austin. People became tired of Bret Hart's crying. We wanted Stone Cold Steve Austin. We are not in that kind of situation right now. Like, why? It's like, I don't get it. This weird obsession with heels. I'm not obsessed with heels. The only time I want somebody to be a heel is when I feel like they are boring as fuck as a good guy and they need a change. Bruh, it's going on 2 months since Cody Rhodes has been the world champion. So why? Like, what? Bruh, he's the main reason why people watch SmackDown. He is a real draw. That's facts. Cody Rhodes is a real fucking draw. Why do I say that? Because he was on NXT last Tuesday, and guess what? They beat All Elite Wrestling Dynamite in ratings. Whose fault was that? Who do you blame for that? Oh yes, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is a draw. I'm sorry. Cody Rhodes is a fucking draw. The fact that is very, very ironic. He beat his old company on Tuesdays. He beat his old company in ratings based on his appearance, and he didn't even wrestle. So that is very, very impressive. Facts. But to make a long story short, why do people hate good guys? I don't get it. The whole roster can't be heels. It's like, who would care about, listen, who would care about the fucking Joker if there was no Batman, right? Why would you care about Spider-Man if there was no Green Goblin, right? Why would you care about Superman if there's no Darkseid or some kind of monster villain? You need villains. You need good guys. vice versa. They need each other. I was like, I don't know why people hate good guys in this era. They want everybody to be a heel. It's like, it makes no sense. Oh, let's turn Trick Williams into a fucking heel. Why? He's the most over guy in NXT. Like, why the fuck would you do that? It's like, I don't get it. It's fucking retarded. I'm telling you, Daniel Bryan, he is still speaking facts. You are all fickle. I would never forget the first 2 years of Roman Reigns' title reign. People were crapping on the company because they felt like nobody else was being brought up to Roman Reigns' level. Okay, now they brought up somebody to his level and you still don't like him? You are still trying to reject him? You're trying to change his character? It's like, I don't get it, man. I would never forget. You hated Roman Reigns. It's like, let's not forget, man, we got receipts. Let's go back to old videos from back in what? 2015, 2016, 2017. People hated Roman Reigns. But you all got worked because this was always the plan. Turn him into a heel and then cheer him after we turn him back into a good guy. That's what's going on right now as we speak. I saw this coming. They never wanted Roman to be a fucking heel. They never did. Even Triple H, Vince, they never wanted Roman to be a heel. But they had no choice because the audience did not like him. They were rejecting him because they felt like his push was forced. Now, fuck, man, I don't hear nobody saying not one bad word about this guy. But, dog, you was booing him when he came back from cancer. Like, let's not forget that, man. We got receipts. But that goes to my point on, no, when it comes to Roman Reigns, he is not a top 10 wrestler of all time. He ain't top 5, he ain't top 15, he ain't top 20. Because he needs to account for his first 8 years on the roster getting booed out the building when he was wearing that fucking vest. Right? When he still had the Shield music. He was being booed out the building. Bruh, people wanted Roman Reigns to go away. Hell, people thought, right? People thought he faked cancer. That's how much heat he had with a lot of you smarks. You thought he faked cancer. Here is why. He was so hated where people thought this cancer wasn't work because they felt like they were desperate to get him cheered. So they thought, the audience thought that Vince faked the cancer shit just to get Roman Reigns cheered. Because they felt like, hell, if he says he has cancer, okay, why would you boo him? So that's why people were saying he was faking cancer. That's how much people did not like this guy. Dog, I got fucking receipts up the ass, man. Fuck. Damn, man, let's not forget about this shit. It's like, I don't get it. The moment somebody turns heel, it's like you jerk off his BBC. It's like, dog, take out his BBC out your mouth. Just because he's a fucking bad guy. And, bruh, honestly, he is not even that good of a fucking bad guy. Like, is he? He was a so-so bad guy. He was not great, but he was so-so. But he was not a great bad guy. Hell, I feel like Drew Mac, the Mac Daddy, is a better heel than Roman fucking Reigns. That's facts, all facts. But I'm just trying to shed light on where we were 6 years ago. People did not like Roman fucking Reigns, but now all these BBC Roman Reigns nuts huggers, man, you are fucking annoying. Like, holy shit. But the whole point is, everybody can't be a heel. Joker needs Batman. Batman needs Joker. Hell, there's an episode. Okay, watch episode 1 of Harley Quinn, the animated series. Joker was pissed off at Harley Quinn, right? Because he felt like she was trying to take away Batman away from Joker as his nemesis. That's my fucking point. There is no Joker without Batman. That's why Joker was pissed off that Harley Quinn was trying to take away Batman as her top nemesis, right? That's my fucking point. So, no, I feel like Cody Rhodes is a great good guy. We need more good guys. There's too many heels. We need more guys that are good guys to be over. This roster needs to be 50-50. That's all I'm saying. I'm done.